to the Catch 22 report. So we had an incident that happened last night in Milwaukee, where apparently there was a Black Lives Matter protest going on, and a lot of the people were dancing, playing music pretty late at night, and they were shining a light on one particular house that had one of those banners in the front of it that basically said the Trump train. I don't know if it was a flag or if it was just a banner. I think it was a banner. And they were basically just, giving this guy a hard time, shining a light on his house, all this other stuff. So the guy, probably feeling fear, with all these people out there shining a light on his house and all this other stuff, comes to his window and he shows that he has a shotgun. Let's go to cut one.
Hey, Pete. Hey, y'all see him? Hey, Pete. You're going to have bigger problems, man. You're going to have bigger problems, Pete. I would advise you to think twice. I don't think you know what's out here, buddy. I care about you. I don't want you to find out.
So he's pointing his shotgun out the window.
So you can hear the guy at the end of the clip basically saying that he's holding a shotgun out the window. And like I said, rightfully so, because, if somebody came to my house, or if there were people outside of my house shining a light on it and all kinds of different stuff like that, especially with what's been going on with all the riots and everything like that, and them basically telling people they're going to burn your home, they want you to leave your homes, all this stuff, has everybody on edge and everybody worried and scared. So this guy, what does he do? He figures he's just going to stand there and protect his home. He didn't fire at anybody. He didn't point it at anybody. He was basically just showing them that, don't try it, because if you do, then you're going to be in trouble, So apparently the Black Lives Matter, who are so totally against the police, apparently one of them had called the police, and I don't know if it was I let me step back. I don't know if it was the Black Lives Matter. It may have been a neighbor or something like that, but somebody called the police. And what happens? This guy, who basically was probably afraid and scared, gets arrested. So the guy who was basically showing them his gun was the one that got arrested. And like I said, he didn't point it at anybody. He wasn't like, yelling, threatening stuff. I'm going to shoot you. Don't come near me. All this other stuff. He was just letting them know that I have a weapon. And I don't know if the police basically just came in to protect him. I don't recall if there was any charges filed yet or not. But, I mean, this is a pretty scary time that we're living in right now. And it seems like the divide is just going further and further apart. Like I said in my episode yesterday, that it's not only, the separating from, the black from the white. It's separating the black from, the good and the bad, or the people that they perceive as bad. So it's this small group of Black Lives Matter protesters and Antifa that are basically just, narrowing their field down to where this group is okay, but all these other people are not. So in this next video that I'm going to show you, you basically see where the guys are everybody's celebrating, that the guy's getting arrested. Go to cut 2. So as you can see at the end of the video, the guy ends up getting arrested. And apparently as I looked further into the article, it was the group of protesters that called the police on the guy. In fairness, other than shining the light, it doesn't seem like they were being like they were advancing towards a house or anything like that. However, you know, if I was the guy in that situation, I would have been scared witless because of how the media is pushing, you know, this stuff about, you know, the terrorists and all this other stuff, and the burning and the looting and stuff like that. Yes, everybody is scared. You know, now another thing that I noticed is that there were children present. Why on earth would you take your child to a Black Lives Matter protest? You know, it's... First of all, let's take this as an example. Say the guy was some psycho white supremacist. Would you really want to put yourself in a situation, or your child in a situation, where they could possibly get shot? You know? What if someone decided that they wanted to turn this left and start burning houses and throwing Molotov cocktails and all that other stuff, and then the police ended up getting involved? I mean, your children could literally be in harm's way. Why would you want to do that? Keep your children away from protest. You know, if you want to talk to your children about it afterwards, and you want to show them, you know, videos of what you did, yeah, that's fine. But don't take your child to a protest. You know? Another thing that I found out is this is yet another city that is run by Democrats. The mayor of the city is a Democrat. You know, so it just goes to show you that it just seems like all of this stuff is backwards as far as, you know, what's going on with the protests and everything like that. Now, granted, like I said, this did seem like it was a fairly mild protest. It didn't seem like they were doing anything wrong. However, they were targeting this guy because of the fact that he had his Trump banner in front of his house. You know, so it just goes to show you that it seems like Black Lives Matter is all over the place. You know, they call the police when they need their help, but when they don't need their help and they're doing something wrong, they don't want the police there at all, or they don't want the police to be involved, and they want to defund the police and all this other stuff. However, when they get into a situation where they feel they need assistance, oh, it's perfectly fine to call the police in a situation like that. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you get all of your friends to subscribe. If you need to email me, I'll leave my email in the description below, or you can email me at ketch22report@gmail.com. That's KETCH22report@gmail.com. Thanks. Have a good day.